This week on Thomas Talk, it's time to put on your best voices because we've got lots of voice actor news for you. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Thomas Talk. I'm your host, Josh. The first piece of news that we have this week is regarding the voices towards Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure. A few months ago, when we first discovered that Joe Mills was going to be a voice actor in the series for Oliver and Toad, he had on his website that he also voiced Donald and Douglas, but that was removed a bit later. This led fans wondering if Donald and Douglas were really going to return, which at this point we now do know yes, but we also had to wonder if Joe Mills would still be voicing them. So it was very happy for me to see on Twitter that Joe Mills had confirmed that he was going to be voicing Donald and Douglas in the series. Now, Joe Mills wasn't the only one to confirm via Twitter that he would be voicing some of the new and returning characters in the new special this week. Tom Stourton also confirmed that he would be voicing Rex, one of the Arlesdale engines in the movie. In other news regarding Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure, a rating came out online warning audiences of mild scary scenes. Lots of fans were extremely excited by this idea that Thomas is now going to be a little bit more mature in this movie and that they're actually sending out a warning, and many fans are very excited about this, but I also have to worry about what kids are going to think when they're watching it. I am going to be in a theater for one of the screenings, so I really hope that I don't have a bunch of screaming children with me. And to add on to the idea that I'm going to be in a theater, in the last episode of Thomas Talk, I said that I was going to the premiere. A friend corrected me on that. Turns out that the premiere is invites only. I wish I were going to the premiere, but I'm not. I'm just going to one of the ordinary screenings, like halfway through its runtime in one of the movie theaters. So I'm just going to one of the regular screenings. I'm not going to the premiere, but I'll still do an episode about it nonetheless. So that pretty much wraps up the news sector of this episode of Thomas Talk, and now it's time for Community Question. Last week's question was, what are you looking forward to the most about Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure? A common answer that I saw was the return of the Arlesdale engines and Donald and Douglas and Daisy and the whole crew. But some other answers that I saw that I really enjoyed were the storylines and the darker tone that it might take, and just seeing the movie in general, the overall look of it. Now I have to thank you all for answering last week's community question. I love hearing your responses, so that's why I'm sending out yet another community question. This week's community question is, if you were going to make a compilation DVD, what episodes would you include on it? This question comes inspired by the new DVD First Class Stories, which is a compilation claiming to be episodes from 1984 to the present day, and it definitely is that, but lots of fans were upset with the episode choices. So if you were going to make a compilation DVD, what episodes would you choose? So that pretty much wraps it up for this episode of Thomas Talk. Just a note that I will be heading to the UK when this episode is uploaded, so I'm going to be recording 3 banker episodes that will be uploaded weekly while I'm away. They will not be news-related episodes, they will just be kind of fun stuff, but it's episodes of Thomas Talk, so it's still weekly. News will return when I get back from my trip, so just wait 3 weeks, and there will also be some UK-related episodes as well. Thank you all for tuning into this episode of Thomas Talk, and we'll see you all next time.